Avoid bad neighbors for your site's longevity. Every webmaster knows that how important links are for high page ranking, especially for Google. Well, web is a world woven out of links. There are inbound and outbound links. The more inbound links to your site, the better your site is in the eyes of search engines. If you have more outbound links, they are not that useful. But the worst is to have bad links, i.e. your bad neighborhood. You invite the Google wrath by linking improper sites. The logic is pretty simple that if you befriend with the outlaws, you are considered one of them. Google Guidelines advises webmasters avoid links to web spammers or bad neighborhood on the web, as your own ranking may be affected adversely. It might look unfair to get penalized for a crime which somebody else is committing. But it is a general rule that birds of same feather flock together, so being in touch with a bad neighbor implies you being one of them. Moreover, sites use different technique to trick search engines. It is fair to penalize those ones for the integrity of the search results. Search engines cannot overlook the unethical practices. Search engines opposite to the general perception are ingeniously fair. They don't punish you for a crime which you have not committed. This means that if you have bad inbound links, then you won't be punished as they are coming to you. But if have good amount of bad outbound links as well, then it shows you vote for them and it calls for penalty. So in no case link your site to these baddies of internet. Why sites are labeled as bad neighbors? There are a good number of sites which to gain page rank, sin or resort to unethical means. Like spamming, we all know is considered unethical by search engines and hence not tolerated. Similarly, stuffing of keywords, duplicating the content, hidden text, doorway pages, deceptive titles, etc. are those practices which are not legal, hence not sparred by search engine. Figure out the bad neighbors. The world is full of bad elements and unethical practices. Moreover, the world of web is so vast and ever-changing that it becomes an arduous task to find out who is bad and who is not. But better safe than sorry, so pull up you and go on a fault-finding spree. Point 1. To term a site bad, inspect closely and try finding unrelated outbound links. Follow those links, and if they are linking back, it means you are on a bomb. Point 2. In Google, type the name of the website and watch for the results. If there is nothing or just a homepage is listed, it is possible that the particular website has been banned or penalized. Point 3. Take a section of some text or article and search for its author to find out whether the site is a scraper. Point 4. If you get an email request from a complete stranger site, then chances are 98% that the site in question is a bad neighbor. Point 5. If a site looks established very well but has a GPR 0, it is again a sign of bad neighbor. If you have a Firefox Google bar and it is showing a gray bar for a site, then you know the site is not new. Then you are wise enough to understand the meaning. Last but not least, if a site appears too good to be true, then probably it is. Now that you have figured out the bad neighbors, it better to avoid them. But if you already have a bad neighbor in the vicinity, i.e. a bad outbound link, then it is also not a rocket science to find out. Your position in search engine results may start slipping. You may be excluded from Google, or your site listing may become supplemental instead of full listing. Now, if you are penalized for linking to a bad neighbor, the first thing you must do is to remove all the bad links. And then file for reconsideration to Google. If you are not an otherwise earring site, then chances are you will be picked in next spidering. But it can take some time, so be patient.